Yeah, I imagine that DRX going to have to finagle their way into a positive position in this game. Maybe some funny business, maybe some shenanigans. All right, man. DRX fans extraordinarily loud as Rich is almost just dead. He flashes. I feel like they were already kind of backing away at that point in time, as now Pleta dives in on towards Jiwoo. And the Ignite already employed, as Yukal's already here as well. And Teddy is going to join in. Down he goes, first blood, picked up by Yukal. And the woes of Jiwoo continue.
Just as I was saying, this is a really bad start for Rich. Losing your flash in a lane that's already Jace favored. The Grubs, you know, doesn't look like there's going to be any contest from our perspective, but it's just like, in case they come over, I want to be there to back you up. And it looks like Sponge will just trade for the Dragon on the other side. He's actually getting very low on this Dragon, but does manage to finish it off. Chemtech again, so no Chemtech Soul making these roams top. Rich nearly has his ult. 8 seconds, this is so rough.
Well, there's the paranoia, and yep, he's just dead. So no way in. Just needed to sack that wave, I think.
Yep, and if his ult was up, he could have just ulted the wave, but it's just coming up now.
What a time to be alive. I made so many bad decisions, though, when it came to buying runes, as flash forward here from King and gets on top of Rich. The equalizer goes down as Gideon wants to come on over, and yeah, Rich is just dead. Sponge, not going to be able to find anything here. Even spins around on the spot. It was a cute pirouette, but not going to actually get you anything.
This is not good for DRX. Top laner going down. Not quite a solo kill, but King just able to jump on him and force the play.
Oh, wow. Lehen's just coming out of nowhere. Has the ulti available. Flash out from Sponge, tries to create some distance, but it's not going to work. And even the turret loses interest in the cow. Got a couple of minions left as well, as now a teleport coming in. Pleta, can you find the angle? The Magnastorm is up, and he flashes over the headbutt. That was so sick from the young support, as down goes the cow. That's Rich on the board now as well, as they're even looking for more. Kingen going to be avoided, and the Void Seeker does not get there. Fisher's in the mid lane.
Firing because he died first, and then Teddy is just a little bit out of range. The passive's on Kingen right now.
That was such
I think it's a Nocturnal actually is the reason he can't ult in. And then the passive timed off. Wasn't the range. That's really unfortunate, but also credit to Gideon for essentially saving his top laner.
Yep, really nicely done. As Kingen looks for Yukal. That's a nice flash as Rich is coming over, but Gideon was chasing him down. There's the Dustbringer to finish it off as well as Gideon. What an incredible day this guy's having as well. Maybe not in game 2. Game 1 was all him, and he picks up a double here at the back end. 1.5k the lead just for the Nocturne. As Teddy completely out of mana as well as Sponge. Now going to get discovered. There's the paranoia. Oh, God. That is just, that doesn't even need to be the good old combo there with the Shockwave Paranoia. That is just dead.
Yeah, very...
Why?
Positions, and then somewhere I'm like, did you need to be there? Did you need to try and make that happen? And now, I mean, you look, there's 2,200 gold between top laners, 1,500 between junglers, 630 between mid laners, where basically nothing has happened. And now, a tower goes over to the Zeri, and the one place that had a lead in the AD carry role, it's gone.
Yep, the Nocturne. Paranoia unable to be used just yet. So that might actually give DRX the avenue in here. And Teddy comes on over, and that is going to mean Soul... Well, maybe this is the different game. Maybe this is the one where it's going to work. As Pleta says, yeah, it absolutely is. There's the Magnastorm. He pulls Fisher over, and Yukal is going to be able to collect his second of the game.
Getting some good considering how far behind they are, getting these picks is actually really important in clawing their way back. Yes, they lose bot tower, but you know what? They were going to lose that anyway.
They certainly were.
So at least they're getting something, finding something to happen. Unfortunately, they don't get Fisher's flash. Not quite, but not too far away. That statement isn't unrealistic.
Yeah, it looks like that when you have a look at just the length of the bars.
Make that fumble. I'm like, yeah, but you're not on.
Yeah, exactly. If you had all of that pressure, it'd be a different story. Is the charge going to bypass the first turret because that was already dead? And now in goes Lehans, gets the headbutt back onto Rich. What do you have against this man? He still does get the equalizer down as another Magnastorm comes in from Pleta, but he unfortunately just does not have any backup. There is no one else here to get anything done. Jiwoo just explodes with all that electricity and isn't able to get any of the kills on this Zeri, but the rest of the team certainly capitalizing.
Yeah, both supports looking for an angle to engage, and ultimately Lehens goes first, and Lehens' team is a lot stronger.
Yep.
They're able to follow through 7,500 gold lead, right now for Nongshim. How tense it is. Managed to sneak it out. It's like, good job, guys. We got the Raptors. It's like, okay, they're just taking Dragon. Yeah, they don't actually care that much. They just wanted more kills.
We've got pings coming on out towards this top side of the map. King in with a shock blast, puts Rich's health bar to half. The DRX are going to be able to stop it at all. Even getting past this Orianna is going to be enough of a problem as Pleta takes half of his health bar from an attack dissonance combo. Was that a shock blast? Yeah. So Sponge loses half his health bar as well as they clean up all of these flowers.
Flowers at least.
Yep, they did do that.
65, 66 now in flowers.
There. Yeah. Half the gold lead is just this top side. Yucal transforms his Manamune, and I don't know whether that's going to transform his future. 9,000 gold, 22.5 minutes into this game. As Lahens is just going to get Sponge out of here. The Baron is getting taken down so incredibly low. There's the paranoia. Even though the ward is there, it does not matter because they turn the lights off. And now they go in, but the flash does come through. Equalizer comes down. This time, it might be an opportunity as Pleta will be traded for the jungler, but down goes the Alistair as well. DRX, maybe they have them where they want them. And here's ult. Rich, yeah, Teddy goes in. He flashes out immediately, though, and now it's Sponge's turn. Can someone please get Sleepy? Never mind. Oh! Already used it, that shock blast. My God, and look at that, like Moses. Jiwoo splits the blue sea, I guess, because it's DRX.
Turning around, Gideon, he's on Nocturne, he's exposed now. They follow up, and
Pleta is dead.
Poor Pleta.
And the dragon is too.
Yeah, couldn't flash out of that one. True damage per second. I think it's winnable.
Yep. He could also possibly use the Fountain Laser to help him not die when they're killing his Nexus.
Valid.
Yeah. May not actually help them with the outcome of this game, though. That's the big problem, as Yucal is looking to chase down Jiwoo, who just skates over the wall.
Finger out a little bit, you know. He could do a bit more. That's all I'm saying.
And all right. Wow, that was a flash invested for what feels like just an extendo beam. As two inhibitors.
That was a Hex Flash.
Oh, it's just Hex Flash.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Sponge is out of the fight. If you can really call it that. Available, doesn't have his flash, but he can theoretically go for a Hex Flash or something. Headbutt pulled there from Lahens as the Magna Storm is now going to be employed, but immediately there goes the combo right on top of Sponge yet again. They don't manage to finish him off as double kill for Gideon to start this one off. Sorry for Yucal to start it off, but Kingin is actually just a monster. He's the entirety of this team right now in just one champion. He's down to 50%. Yucal does get his health bar back, but the Nexus is naked. And Rich, he also gets his health. That's a big one. And this is a big one as well. Rich goes golden, in goes Yucal, and Kingin gets a shield. Jiwoo, I don't know about that one. You had no more friends left as Shock Blast almost just murders Yucal straight up. But the Nexus, it's still standing, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
Yeah. So Rich can now afford a Zhonya's. As Gideon might actually get sleepy. There's an equalizer. This is a choke point as Kingin's their target. He's trying to get himself out. He's gonna survive. That is so unfair. The Orianna also doing so much work here as he takes down Sponge. Out goes Yucal as well. And these wallets were already way too heavy. And then Nongshim decided they're gonna drop them on their heads. Look at this. Kingin's like, no, we are so done with this game. And he's gonna come on over and put the last few autos into this Nexus. This was an arduous series on both sides, but Nongshim, they stomped twice.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.